I like the MSK. It's sorry,
You're good, thank you.
not the one like the main hospital, but I think there's like a. It's a
Stage. All right. Give everybody time to get on because I know that just threw me off. What's up, big man?
Good, my brother.
What up, what up?
Getting out this building as quick as I can because all the service. You go. No. Hey.
I don't know what happened. I had it on a different live, but that messed up. They wouldn't let me go live or nothing.
I seen when the red button turned.
What do you mean?
The red button, like it came out of nowhere. It said live out of nowhere. It didn't say that before.
I'm trying to connect. Look, all right, we about to start.
So it shows you people already waiting.
Yeah, I can see people on. I'm on YouTube. It's 6 of us right now.
I bet.
Like you in the yard, like you at job.
Yeah, nah, I'm leaving the hospital right now. I'm walking to where we parked the van. I'm gonna mute myself for a bit because it's like mad windy and you know how it is in New York. It'd be mad loud and shit. But when people start coming in and shit, I'm gonna mute myself so that way you could like start it up right.
We good now.
Bet. Yo, that TPL play, bro, is cooking crazy.
You said the what?
The TPL play? Man, that thing cooking crazy.
So we're gonna look into that. I was looking at it's a few of them that's going crazy. I didn't really it's a lot of names that I want to go back and review, but Grand Rising everyone. I can't find the link, but you're commenting. You can't see this current live right now because I can see you commenting on the live chat. Yeah, YouTube is good. We're doing it on YouTube now. Oh, you like to ask questions? So how I'm gonna? I'm glad you said that. So we trying to like figure this out as we go. This is my first time using this one, but so I'm gonna drop a link in the chat, and you're gonna click the link, and then when you click the link, I'll be able to bring you up on stage. They call it, and then you'll be able to ask your questions. It's just not gonna be like I'm gonna do 2 Zooms a week. I'm gonna do this one on YouTube, so just I could get more exposure, so I could show more people, and then I'm gonna still do what we normally do on Zooms, and that's when you can interrupt me. on this live one, you can. It's gonna be harder now for you to interrupt. Um, Now it's more so if you have a question, I'll be looking in the chat and I'll bring you up on stage, and then you'll be able to talk. You'll just click the link, or I'll just send a link in there because I feel like everybody everybody respect each other. I don't think nobody's just gonna go crazy with the link, but I'll just drop the link in there, and then when I'm ready to I'm gonna drop the link in there right now, and then when I'm ready to bring you on stage, then boom, you can ask your question. So that was a good question right there. And peace, Queen Levine. When will the Zooms be saying that? So the Zooms, I'm trying to see when I want to do the Zooms. If I want to do I don't know. It depends because when I have my kids, I try to do the weekdays. When I don't got them, because week on, week off. So I'm thinking, I don't know. I know I want to do a Saturday. And I was even thinking like a 4 p.m. on a Sunday. Like, but only an hour. It's gonna so this Zoom will be like 2-3 hours. But then these lives will be like 2-3 hours, but the ones on Zooms will be like 1 hour. But yeah. The link is boom right there. That is the link if you have a question and want to cut me off or stuff like that. But peace to the God, peace to the goddesses. And yeah. How everybody feeling? The only thing I don't like is I can't hear y'all. Like I like hearing everybody tell me versus reading. Davion, Brandon, you got Levine. What's up, everybody? Pat, what's up? Mike, what's up? Just wanted Talisha, what's up? Lakeisha. I don't want to butcher your name because I was gonna say Lakeisha. MJ on the run. That's Monique. Is that Monique? And then damn, I can't get it. DGIAM. I know it, but it's not popping up. Rudy, what's good, bro? Peace of blessings to you and your daughter. Danny. Jason. Peace, God. Okay. Blessings. Lay. I don't know if that's Lily or Lee. Blessings to you. Yeah, Monique. Got you. Another day away. LLC. Blessings to you. All right. So now we're gonna get into it. I got a lot that I wanna cover. R.A.M.S gonna get on here as well. He gonna be talking for with me and stuff, and then in like 40 minutes or so, he's gonna get on and he's gonna share his screen. Right now he's in them streets. All right. Start off with my prayer. If you don't know, I always start off with a prayer and then I go straight into whatever we're talking about. And I forgot this is touchscreen. All right. Now I can't see the chat. What did I do? All right, boom, comment, boom. I see Davion. I see you on the backstage. So whenever you want to ask a question, boom, I just put you up on there. You could talk. So remember the link. I sent the link. I'm not sure. Yeah, let me see. Where is that one? Yeah, I sent the link. So I'll try, or R.A.M.S if you can. Well, you're walking. I'll try to manage to look at the chat to see if y'all want to come in, but I'll just keep sending this out, and y'all just come up stage, well, backstage. Boom. All right. Anyway, so we're gonna start now, but yeah, like I said, we start off with the prayer and then we get straight into it. I'm Muslim. I don't care if you're Christian, Buddhist, none of it doesn't. I'm just so the what I say is just in a different language. That's all it is. It's just so remove the language part and just take the meaning of it. Um, in the name of Allah, that's God. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent, the most merciful. Praise be to Allah, Lord of the worlds, the most beneficent, the most merciful, owner of the day of judgment. Thee alone we worship, thee alone was asked for help. Show us the straight path, the path of those whom knows has favored, not the path of those who earn thine anger, nor of those who go astray. And then in Arabic, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Maliki Yawmiddin, Iyaka na'budu wa Iyaka nasta'in, Idina Salat al-Mustaqim, Salat al-Ladina Talim, Galim Magdubi alayhim wa Amen. I greet everybody in the words of peace be upon you. And in Arabic, we say assalamu alaikum. And then boom, we get straight into the charts. I feel I feel amazing. I feel incredible. I feel really, 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 really good. Really good. And I hope everybody else feels really good. I hope the energy is so contagious. Or but we about to jump right into it. All right. So now we're gonna look at not gonna look at Bitcoin. Even Bitcoin, okay. I lied. So we're not gonna spend a lot of time on Bitcoin, I should say. So this is a bear flag that's setting up here. Our poll coming down. Wait, I want to make sure y'all can even see my screen. I gotta. Could y'all Rams? You can see it.
Nah, it's not showing.
You was just going. You was just going to stare at the screen.
Nah, I was literally about to tell you too. You called
All right, but no, I like to play, bro. All right, you can see it now.
it. Nah, still not.
No. Oh, I gotta add it on stage now. All right, boom.
There you go. It's loading now. There you go.
Word, word. Um. All right, boom. So this is the pole coming straight down, and then the flag, and then we're at my resistance up here, and then my 10-day moving average is confirming my resistance. The 10-day moving average means the short-term trend. We're below it, and it's declining down. So now it's acting as resistance with my resistance. And when we're breaking down, so what I would like to see, I want us to close under my support. My green line was my target for Bitcoin. I was a few ticks off of that, and it was very close. 59,284 is what I want to see it break. And if it breaks that, I put the levels on YouTube. I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm targeting 35K on Bitcoin. And that was the target before we even hit 90K. Was I said it was potentially could get down there. We smacked the 69K already, and we broke a few other ones. But now it's this level that I want to take out. But I want to see a close below here. A close below there will I'll be if we close below here, I know a retest is coming, so we'll bounce up and everybody think Bitcoin's going to 100K, and it won't see above 70K. Once it closes below here, most likely won't see above 70K. For right now, since we broke down, I said the highest you'll see was 87K, but now we broke way down. So now I think the highest we'll see is 70K, and I don't know off the top of my head, but the target is 35K for Bitcoin for now. Because I don't know, just 35K for now. If we go further below, because I'm starting to like believe that we can go lower than 35K, but I don't want to get too crazy. Just want to just read not, I don't want to read too much into the charts. I just want to see, take it like step by step. But um, I've been saying the market follows Bitcoin. If you haven't noticed that yet, then not sure what you're looking at. But yeah, the market follows Bitcoin. So, and if you want to know the reason why, you could just go to, why is my YouTube not pulled up? And I don't think I'm logged in my YouTube on here. What does things have to be? Oh, I am. I was about to say, don't look at my email, y'all. But I gotta stop doing that. All right, but Bitcoin. I really gotta stop doing that. I do that too much. But anyway, so Bitcoin, whatever. So now I'm gonna just look at all the plays that we have from the last Zoom. I'm gonna pull that up and see, because the only ones that I looked at recently was XLE, SLB. I looked at Home Depot. Y'all wonder why that thumbnail with R.A.M.S with the Home Depot apron on? He doesn't work at Home Depot, y'all. That was his setup. That was his play that he had put out on the last live. It was McDonald's. I think I looked at Dollar Tree. I haven't. There's like 8 of them that I haven't looked at. So we're gonna pull all of them up and see if I'm ass on the charts. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So XOM, Exxon. Um, when did we? So February 5th is when we wrote these stocks down. So 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 6. So right here. So XOM been running. And now this is why I was saying you don't, like, a lot of people are jumping in energy. Like they're gonna come to the party like when energy is already ticking off. So not too many people are on energy right now, but I'm starting to see people are noticing it. So they're about to be our liquidity because they're gonna jump in. They probably jumped in already these past 2 days on mostly any of these energy names. And now you can see what institutions are doing. They're shaking you out. So I actually made a post about this. I try to update as much as I can. Where got 35 people. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. That's the most since I went solo dolo on AS. That's the most I had. I started with, it was like 4 of us, and I was like, damn, I love this shit though. So it's just gonna be 4 of us. I think it was even 1 person before, and then it jumped to 12 last week, and now we here. So blessings to everybody. And it's just gonna get bigger and bigger. So the last thing, where we at? Where we at? So this was Snipers Live. Oh no. So I did this after the last Zoom. So if we're gonna start all the way down here, just so if you are new, like to this platform, Snipers, my name's Ab, and I'm one of the best charters alive. So we're gonna start off. I am the indicator, right, Talisha? We're gonna start off with just looking back at things that I would call like bold takes on where I seen a lot. I like to help everybody. That's my goal. It's not to be cocky or nothing. I'm just really confident. But my goal really is to help everybody and to prevent others from losing capital that they don't have to lose. If I'm able to see certain things, I like to share my knowledge, as everyone that's watching now should do the same, because we got to share knowledge or it becomes poison to us, because knowledge is energy once it's internalized and put to action. But if you have that energy become stagnant, it's not a good thing. So boom, February 18th, 2025. So last year, I said I could see Bitcoin potentially dropping to 69,800. Bitcoin hit our okay. So Bitcoin at that time was at about 95K. Um, and now where we're at now. And then I have a few other bold takes. I just think like two of them didn't hit yet. So one was Palantir 2 months ago was 143. No, it was one before that though. Somewhere down there, but slow. So bold it was bold take number one. I just don't remember exactly. But bold take number two, Tesla, I said by November 2026, I think that it could reach 520. It's February 12th right now. So that shit below 400 might not hear from me. Um, so this is a Head and Shoulders right here. Left shoulder right here, head up here, right shoulder over here. It's gonna be right here where this 100-day is rejecting. Tesla's coming to 383. Long story short, the target that I had, I said 390 to 348 can be first on Tesla. So we smacked 390 on Tesla. So that was a good bold take 3 months ago. Amazon 300 by November 2026 is one that I'm looking at. 300. Ooh, sheesh. I haven't looked at Amazon since the last Zoom. Golly. At the 200. This is nasty. This is nasty. I like that 135. This is nasty right here. So what I'm looking at, I'm on a daily. If I go to the weekly, I'm basically just looking at where is this stock ranging at? So if you're new, this isn't like a this is like a I'm spiritual, but I'm not holy. So I cuss and stuff like that. But long story short, this is like, ooh, I got the touch screen. So now I can really show y'all. So now this liquidity, that's what I just drew. So long story short, the charts when they're in the range, when you at your resistance, your support, and you just keep trading in that area for days, weeks, months, years, whatever, that's basically like you think of that like horsepower added getting added to your car. Horsepower getting added to your Challenger or your Hellcat, whatever. The more liquidity that keeps getting thrown in here, the more horsepower I got from my Hellcat. So when it takes off, it's gonna go. So basically, when those stocks are trading sideways, they're in a range. That's just contracts being dropped in here. This is the pot right here. Like if you was playing dice, the pot money in the middle. You know, we standing around. The goal of the game is to see who's going to snatch the money, the pot, the liquidity, and when they snatch it, are they going to run up with the money, which is buyers, or are they going to run down with the money, which is sellers? Liquidity is the engine to the trend. That's the best way I could put it. So when this is touchscreen. So when you see that thing take off, is because it was a lot of liquidity. So now the reason why I stated that is because, golly, if I go to the monthly, it's telling me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is still in the box. 9, 10, 11, 12. A full year. It was a whole year. It dropped out this time, but it was a retest, went back in, so the drop gonna be nastier this time. A full year, a full year in total that we was just throwing contracts in this pot. Now we just snatched all of it. And if this month closes below this rectangle, Amazon is going to get nasty. If it stays below 213, it's going to get nasty. And it's going to, because before we had the 20-day moving average right here to catch us. That's why I always say close candles, but this is the monthly though. But if you're doing leaps or shares, you would have known that this right here, this candle had to close. If you wasn't in this play yet, this candle right here had to close before you jump in. 'Cause this right here is kind of a bullish setup, but not really, because I would want this body just a little higher up, because this is still telling me sellers is still like giving a little push. So we came down, but we didn't have a lot of selling pressure. I mean, buyers were stronger than sellers, but we would have known that if we would have just looked a few months before that. So right here, the same thing happened. You pay attention to that because they say history don't repeat itself, but it often rhymes. So right here, you can see we pop back up. So of course it happens over here again. That's called a liquidity grab. Um, yeah, liquidity grabbing. So you can expect that to happen again. It's coming to catch them contracts or to stop you out. It's stop loss hunting. Um, so all of this ranging right here just gave us energy to break down. We don't have no moving average to catch us now. We took out the 20, but we didn't close yet. But we took it out so far. But if I go to my like daily and weekly, we probably took it out. Right here we took it out, but the candle wasn't finished closing. So that's why I can't just go off of this. The candle didn't finish closing yet. So we'll drop down to our weekly, and now I'll be able to tell a little more what's going on. So before when we fell, we still had our 100-day moving average. What is the 100-day moving average? The big price dip. I don't buy the dip. I buy the strength in the dip. If I could get it coming down to the 100-day moving average, and then I see a nice doji coming off of my 100-day moving average, that's me buying the strength in the dip. But when you see it closing right on your, so I don't care if a lot of people know when a candle is touching a moving average and it comes down to your moving average, you want to see it. You want to see it respect that moving average, like this green hammer, if you will, because that was that kind of or pin bar, right? That's a pin bar, right? Yeah, I can't even talk back to me. Rams, that's a pin bar. Do you know? Davion been studying his patterns. Um, break down what strength and the depth means. What's good, KT? Um, my fault, Davion. I was just about to add you too, but if y'all do have any questions, I wasn't looking at the chat, but if y'all do have any questions, this link that I just sent, I could add you on. You can ask your question. Uh, can you break down what strength and the depth means? What does that look like? So, um, you want to see something like, let's see if we can find one. So you're never supposed to just buy the dip. That was a good question. You're never supposed to just buy the dip. You want to strategically buy the dip. So what I mean by like, so for instance, my 100-day moving average, the blue line, the big price dip. So basically, buy the dip is really simple. It's just me not front running, me waiting for confirmation for buyers to tell me, let's go. It's time now. So when we come down, you don't want to see your candles still thick. Like you don't want to see huge engulfing full body red candles. When you see this candle right here, this red one right here, a lot of people would think this is a bearish candle. But if you start studying, when you see candles like that, look right here over here. See the top got a wick, the bottom has a wick. When you start seeing those candles, momentum is dying. So then look at this nice doji right here. Buyers push it up. So this right here, it happened. So I would have knew momentum was dying. And then the next week, you could see we hit the 100-day, but sellers couldn't force us under. Then we got that pop. And then we get the next week, we close. And now we engulf this full candle. So now we know buyers here. We just need to wait for our moving averages to all point up. And once we closed above them right here, then we went up. And then we go down, and then you could buy. So I try not to buy the dip too much, but it's more I would buy the dip there with the doji because I'm also going to be looking at my structure as well. So I'm not buying the dip just because of my moving average. I'm buying the dip because of structure. So like what structure is? Structure is, like I say, candles bounce off candles. So if we look at this structure right here, these candles, what time is it? 12:37. These candles, one, two, three, four. The more candles you got there, or the bigger the candle, the thicker the beam. I look at these candles as my beam that's holding up my structure. The more candles I have, the more solid my beam is going to be. That's so the structure is going to be really solid, or the bigger the candle, the thicker the beam. So candles bounce off candles, candles reject off candles. So you can see right here, we rejected that white line that I just placed there, but right here, we bounced off of it. So it could be indicating that resistance has now became support, but we don't know that for sure because you want to wait for your retest. A retest can happen anywhere from like 2 to 4 times. A lot. If it happens off the one time, don't chase it. Um, Better to be safe than sorry. So if we drag that over, that's just structuring that I'm taking right there. We drag that over. It's no coincidence we see candles starting to respect my line. We even got the body of this green candle directly hitting off my white line. We have a wick touch it right on the scent right here, this red one and this green one. Whenever I see my wick touch it like right on the scent, I don't need no other confirmation. That's I got it in the perfect spot. Um so right here, boom. So now you can see what I've been saying. So like now you can see these what's going on. Now you can see these beams or these candles is holding up our structure. Look how this looks like a pillar. It's just holding up my floor. And then up here is becoming resistance now. Now you can see boom, boom, boom. We keep bouncing now that we come up here. So this is a beautiful retest. We break above, we come down. That's one retest. Break above, come down. I wait for you to touch my exact line. That's two retests. Break above, come down. That's three retests. This huge candle right here engulfed it. I wouldn't have got in yet. I would have waited. Right here, we still under our 10, getting rejections. I would have waited. This green candle, we closed above my lower moving averages, my short-term ones. So this green candle, we're now above our 5 day. We're above our 10. We're above our 20. Our 150 will be here, 200. And notice that they're all in order. Whenever my moving average is all in order, this is a bullish one run right here. That candle right there was beautiful. Buyers were in control. We're back above the 20 now. And now the short-term trend is to the upside. When this candle closed right here, that was me buying the strength in the dip, and then look how it ripped up like that. So that's buying the strength in the dip. That was a lot. But this will be recorded, so um, um, or will it? Or will it? I'm pretty sure it's recorded. If it's not, I'm gonna be kind of mad. Now I want to check. Like, damn, is this shit fucking recording? I do not know how to work this thing. It's not recording. Oh, it is recording. I almost ended the stream. Wow. 46 people. Word. Thanks for the love, y'all. We came to learn. We usually are. Are we going to be able to rewatch the replay? R.A.M.S out here looking like R.A.M.S looking like Eminem.
Oh damn!
That's
That was fun.
Dragonfly Doji. Thank you, Davion. Dragonfly Doji. Um, what's good? This D-Lo? This D-Lo? I think that's how you pronounce it. What up? What up? All right, boom. All right, I got sidetracked. It locked back in. So that's just the structure. That's buying the dip. Uh, so this liquidity right here, long story short, this is a lot. Like so now I'm looking at the weekly. So first, overall, I already see the daily is bearish. We're under all my moving averages. One thing you need to check is your daily. If you're, I don't know, most people don't use moving average. Well, I don't want to say most people, but some people fight against moving averages. But I love moving averages because it doesn't tell me what to do. A lot of people don't know how to work the moving average. I don't like no indicators that tell me what to do. So I'm not a fan of RSI, MACDs, or nothing like that. But moving averages is just simply just studying the price action. That's all it's doing, and it's just helping me out and telling me where price could potentially go. I use them as a to navigate me. I use them as like a compass, like a to not predict, but basically predict where we could potentially be headed. Because I'm paying attention to the details of the moving average. Is it sloping? Is it rolling over? Is it declining? Is it rising up? Every little simple detail of it, the way everything I'm watching. So Amazon, 5 days declining down sharp. This is strong momentum to the downside. That's what the 5 days made for. To tell me, it tells me strong momentum. We're under the 200. Anytime you're under the 200, you shouldn't be in calls. Um, yeah, you shouldn't be in calls. I a lot of times, but so then we look at my 10 day right here. My 10 day is declining down. My 20 is declining down. Amazon's gonna get smoked. Uh, and then right here, what I measured was this pattern right here before it got all ugly, like a head and shoulders, basically, just the ugly one. Because we could be the shoulders right here. Hold on, this touch screen. Hold on, watch out. This could be the left shoulder. This could be the head. This could be the right shoulder. I measured it. You see this white line? I measured it months ago when we was over here. So I measured it. So basically, what you take is the neck line and the base. That's what you measure. You measure. So I measured the. I would take the top to the bottom. Use the line and I'll put it there. But with this, I just measured the shoulders to my neckline that I had to break. And then I placed it under the neckline once you broke it. So now it's telling me Amazon could come to 188 $188.82 is my target on Amazon. And then I would use like a fib. I would take it from the bottom, our neckline, to the top of our shoulders, and I'll look to see what that's telling me. And that's telling me 197. So I'll play it safe and take my first position right now if I was in puts on Amazon. And then my second target will be my measurement of this head and shoulders. Um so so yeah, 175 to 135. I said the target for Amazon 3 months ago. That's looking good. Um it looks like Amazon will be coming down to. So since we're under all our moving averages and daily, I got to see where my moving average is at on the weekly. So then I know we got 165 on Amazon. This looks weak right here. So if buyers gonna come, they better hurry up and come. This looks weak. We'll take out 165. And if we take that out, Amazon's hit. It's gonna be hit for a while, and then we know 140 is coming on Amazon. That's how I find my targets fast. Looking at moving averages. I also look at structures because candles bounce off candles. So I know we could bounce off a previous high or something like that. So yeah, that's what I got for Amazon. And then Bitcoin 70, 80K, we took that out. Palantir 143, we took that out. Trying to hurry up because I know, you see, R.A.M.S gonna be getting on here soon. Well, R.A.M.S, you already on here.
Yeah, I'm on here. I just can't share my screen yet. I'm almost home though.
All right. No rush, no rush. Gotta go back to work in a few minutes. We'll see if I still running my next break. Until next time, peace and blessings to you. This morning. Oh, you made me say that word. All right, boom. So now we get to I love energy. That's my that's my go-to right now. That's the only thing that I'm looking at as far as the market. Like without I'm even into the energy, like I'm even slowing down with the futures. I'm really looking for this energy setup. So I already put here, this was 6 days ago. Here's how I'm approaching energy right now. I'm not chasing strength. I'm waiting for pullbacks and confirmation. If I had 2K dedicated to the setup, this is how I'd structure it. SLB January 2027 $50 leap for upside and leverage. XLE shares for stability and diversification. and cash on the side for re-entries. SLB gives me momentum when services catch up. XLE gives me broad exposure and dividends while I wait. Different jobs, same thesis. Right now, I'm watching for a pullback into $46 to $48 zone. Ideally, closer to $44 to $46 if the market gives it. I want price to come back into structure and let the moving average catch up before I enter. Um, I thought I went more into depth with that. Did I? Thought I did. Um, so yeah, again, the lives will now be on YouTube. So it's easier to access, but I will still have my lives on Zoom still. It's just more like that's more like the lives in the Zoom will be more personal because we could like talk a lot and stuff like all at once. But did you know that Martin Luther King wasn't the only one in his family taken too soon? His mother, Alberta King, was assassinated inside her church in 1974, 6 years after her son was killed. His brother, Alfred Daniel King, also died under mysterious circumstances in 1969, just 15 months after Martin Luther King's assassination. Three lives, one family, one movement. Knowing our history help us understand the cost of progress and the strength it takes to keep moving forward. And I'm so pro-black. Um, Moment of silence will do for that beautiful family. I mean, I love my people. All right, so I did do one. So boom, energy is back from the dead. This is my defense. Sector rotation is real. This is a value market, not a growth market. Meaning, your Nvidias, your Palantirs, and those runners, they're not going to be running. Um, Energy was left for dead for years. Nobody wanted oil. Nobody wanted XLE. Meanwhile, big money was building. Oil was in a 3 year bear market. Capex cut, sentiment crushed, media wrote it off. And now I love the environment went in because Trump, he just likes pump faking with these wars. So oil is going to be very volatile. That's how bottoms form. Now look at XLE multi-year resistance. It finally broke. That's not random. That's institutions re-rating the sector. Rotation 101. Money leaves crowded trades and flows into neglected value. That's what's happening. Growth had its run, multiple expansions, speculation, and hype. That shit just kept running when I thought it was going to fall like 2 years ago. It just kept running. Now it's about cash flow. It's about dividends. It's about real assets. It's about pricing power. So now you're in real trading territory. Now you'll be able to know if you're actually good at trading, and if you're not good at trading, now you'll be able to actually learn and adapt to becoming a better trader. We're not late. We're early in the next cycle. Now comes the patient part. Market will pull everything back. It always does. That's when we hunt. No chasing, no FOMO. Wait for structure. Wait for discounts. Then snipe. Stay focused. Um. So then now we pull up our XLE. So I post. So I think I shared it on the Zoom. That was the sixth. It was the fifth. So boom. So this is when we seen XLE. So it's been running. And then someone asked me, they told me about like how XLE was running, and I forgot the exact comment, but basically, should we jump in, or I don't know. I don't want to say that they said that, but it was something along that line, and I was just telling them like I'm still waiting, but I'm watching now, because a lot of people would have just got in because it broke, but I'm not going to get in here and resistance is here, because what if we reject that? And now I'm I know once we gapped up, everybody's going to chase it now. I'm definitely not getting it. So now I'm going to show you what I said. So I made this post. So before we broke it, we was already made the post on here. So if you don't got your notifications on, set them, because I post a lot on here, and this really could help. Not chasing land structure, come to me. Plan still the same. XLE shares, SLB $50 call. Praying XLE don't leave me and give the retest. So boom, it gapped up. So I made this. That was a nice gap up. I'm watching the XLE closely. If you already jumped in, you're up. I salute you. If you didn't, that simply means you practice restraint and discipline, which outperforms early gains. We wait for the break and retest. Trust the process. Don't force entries, and don't chase tops. Institutions know retail gets emotional and FOMO's in late. We stay focused. We stay patient and let price come to us. The watching zones is $53.75 before sizing in light. A great pullback will be $51.70, and an excellent pullback will be $49.90. Pullback still low, and that's why I've been saying 2 weeks. Calm trading, smart positioning, stay focused. So now $53.75. $53.75 before sizing in light. So now we look where our 5-day moving average is, and it's no coincidence, it's right on my resistance. And this is a fib that I use. I'm sharp with the fibs. It's just, you just gotta know like your structure. That's all it is. And I decided when it's at all-time highs, I don't want to chart resistance because I can't. So I just put my fib on and I leave my fib on, and it's going to tell me my targets. So it's no coincidence that our 5-day is now at $53.72. We wanted $53.75. We're currently at $53.95. If we would have chased this stock at $55, we would have been down. Yeah, we would have been down. So this is why we stay patient. And right here, we going in light only shares though. If it was options, I would not have got in on this. It would have to come down to this 10. So because XLE, I'm going to take advantage of these dividends and stuff. I'm going to stay on this play. I'm gonna capture this whole cycle. I'm gonna be holding this for 2 years, 3 years, maybe. C Dot, what up? Full port gold. Okay. All right, do your thing. He's gonna full port gold while he loses everything. That's Jeremiah. He just loves playing, right? That's Jeremiah.
He's about to buy some Enron.
It's about some full port gold. All right. Right ahead. That shit gonna hurt your chest. If y'all have any questions, I'll drop the link right now. I do talk a lot. I didn't mean to do that. So XLE, probably when we get off of here, I'm probably gonna I'm of course I'm gonna let y'all know if I enter for shares, if I enter with my lease, I'm gonna let y'all know. And it's gonna have a stop loss on it for sure. So I'm sorry. I put stop loss on everything. Even my scalps. I'm putting a stop loss on it. For real. You can get smoked fast. Say Trump just out of nowhere decides to bomb somewhere that we fucking never thought he would even bomb. You're gonna get cooked. So I'd rather just get triggered out, kicked out the play. So XLE looks like we'll be entering that play light today, and I'm excited. I've been waiting to get an XLE. So SLB will be confirmed once XLE is confirmed. See, I wouldn't get an SLB right. Like, not that I don't like it, but it's not ready yet. And I'm okay with that. The more that it consolidates, the better for me. As long as I know that we're starting to break out of, let me see. Where's the other one? Oh, we're gonna look at OIH. But as long as I know that we're starting to break up, that's cool. I like this candle right here. So it's letting me know oil is back. Um, Now we just waiting for XLE energy to confirm it. Once energy confirms it, our shares start going crazy. Then we look at SLB chart. Then we see SLB running. Now we jump in SLB. Now we got our leaps to get that money, and then we got our passive income coming in with the XLE. So this I'm looking SLB. I haven't really talked about yet because my moving average is rolling over. So I'm just waiting right now because it could just I don't know where it's gonna go yet, and it's probably just gonna go to $49.60 and just sit there and keep doing what it's doing, ranging until energy proves itself. So that's XOM. So we did XOM, SLB. I'm not gonna talk too much about. Yeah, it's not ready yet, and XLE, and then we have OIH. So look at this. Why I say energy's back from the dead. So look at the oil. It's been in a 3-year bear market. So look, we're gonna try and get the top. So the top for this 3-year bear market was here. I put on the body of the candles. I took the high and the high was here. But I want it on the body, so I'll put it right on the body of the candle. And I do that so you'll see that's me getting as close as possible to where resistance should be at. But resistance, we don't know if resistance is resistance until it proven that it's resistance. But then as you can see, we get this wick right here that touched it and it fell. Whenever you see a wick that's touching right off your line, that's all the confirmation you need. So then we come over here and we can see we broke under here a long time ago. So really, 2018 was this resistance. Golly. So we just broke a 8-year because now we broke above here. It was just 3 years last week, but now we just broke an 8-year cycle. That tells you something right there. This is OIH ETF. So this was my original one that I was gonna buy shares with. This was the original one. I think I'm still gonna get some exposure to it. Take the ETF and then I'll have the services SLB and then the XLE the energy. It's gonna pull back though. It's under my 5-day. My 5-day is extended, and my short-term moving average is still down here. Healthy pullback, probably. But yeah, it just broke an 8-year resistance. That's major, and so we targeting up here. That's this is about to go on a crazy run. I'm definitely got to get exposure to this because my targets for this will be if we broke the 435 area, this shit is going to take off. After 435, I'm looking at that 585. Then I'm looking at 852. Then I'm looking at money. 1100, 1400. Few shares of that. Right now. That's going to be a good play right there. So that's OIH. And then what else we had? CVX, Chevron. That last Zoom just had some bangers. This is Chevron. I said this is what it's likely to do. This is a bull flag that I was drawing right here. Retest. And that's what it looked like it's doing. We got our rejection right there off our fib. That's right on the cent. Perfect. And then we'll probably come down here for the retest. And why is that? Because we're breaking retest traders, or should. This was resistance. We couldn't break that. Why is it that when we finally break it, you think it's a good time to jump in? It's not. You're going to become liquidity like over here. And they got smoked. And they're out there more than likely not in the play no more. Or they're really down a lot. Even though you came back up here, this isn't futures. You have Greeks on here, so theater, and you have a whole bunch of stuff that's working against you. So when you dropping down, you're not continue going up. It's hurting you with the options like consolidation. That's why after the half of the second part of 2025, after we passed summer, I stopped messing with options because it was consolidation season. Um, I don't want no parts of that. But now we just gonna see if we hold this resistance. Now we want to see if resistance became support. And then this thing will take off. Um, this oil, Chevron, Devon energy. So Devon looks good too. This the weekly. My lower moving average, we're still below our 200 on the weekly, which is never good, but it's starting to look good. We got our lower moving average starting to rise up. We recaptured the 100 day, which is a good sign, and we're holding up here. And we got momentum. This is a nice candle. Now we just need our 200 to flatten out. The more you kick a door, the looser the hinges get. So we'll eventually break above that. Um, the daily looks nice. We're just getting a nice pullback to the 10, probably come down here. And it's no coincidence that the 10 is right here at the gap fill. So you'll come down here at like $41.60, fill in that gap and go up. I don't care about I don't trade, I don't look at gaps. There's people that have that setup where they really like pay attention to it. That's shocked Talisha and them. They're really good. I know my setup and I know it's not for me. Um that's not for me. That I'm intelligent, but they be on some other like I don't got time for that. Like that shit is a lot. Well, it's not a lot, but it'd be more so just the wordings and stuff. Like I don't got time for that. But they're good. They're good at what they do, so I know it's legit. So the reason why I don't pay too much attention to guys because a lot of people look at gaps and be like, "Oh, it has to come there." I know gaps could take weeks, months, years to fill, so I try not to pay too much attention to them. But when there's gaps like this right here, close to the current price, then I'll pay attention to them. But the gaps down here, we don't got to fill this. We don't have to, or at least for now, we don't have to fill it. So Devin looks good. EOG, EOG looks good. I like EOG. We're above the 200 now. It's just the weekly probably needs work. Yeah. So it's just the weekly now. I like it. I like how it's setting up here. Um so ooh, I guess I was parched. I just be chilling. I'll be chilling. Rams, you got anything? I got half a list, but I gotta take a little breather real quick. My shit was kind of parched.
Nah, go ahead, cause I'm almost home. I'll be home in like 5 minutes. But yeah, if you want to take a little breather, go ahead. Um, I could talk a little bit.
All right. Oh, you still at the club?
Yeah, I get down in the middle of a Thursday, guys. So just so you guys get an idea, when I get on, I'm gonna give you a little mini class on how I look at the market, on things I look at, on how I gauge entries, how I look at my structure, how I use volume, pair time, price, and volume together. And then I'm also going to give you guys the weekly expected moves. I know you guys see when I post it on the Patreon and things like that. Those weekly moves, what I like to call them, they're emotion killers. So every week has a range. For the most part, those stocks, those instruments will stay within that weekly range. So I'm going to show you how to prepare that on your chart. And that way, once you have all that on the chart, you can have the chart tell you a story versus you trying to make up the story. But I'm about to be home in like 4 minutes or so, and I'm about to get set up, and I'm definitely gonna go in detail and all that stuff, and I'll be showing you guys with the chart, along with the chart as I'm going, so you guys get the idea. I ain't gonna lie, everything you did on the last Zoom too, Ab, all them stocks is up, like mostly everything we charted that day, all them things just took off. I'm still in break. I'm gonna keep going. So look, before so we'll get this out the way now. So like before we talk about entries and where's the play, what you want to know is what's the intent? What is your intent behind the trade? Are you scalping? Are you swinging? Or are you looking for a lead? You can't look at a 15-minute and look at a scalp setup and take a swing every single time. If you analyze the chart and you're looking at a swing and you take a scalp, you're gonna get cooked. The analysis has to match the tree.
And I
I'm
heard
definitely gonna
you.
get into detail. Huh?
My apology. I heard you. I was on mute and I didn't know, but I
Oh,
heard you.
nah, you good.
But go ahead.
But that's the thing. When the analysis don't match the trade, that's where most traders they're gonna get trapped. You're gonna get trapped within a range
Mm-hmm.
because your analysis is not matching according to the trade that you're trying to take.
Mm-hmm. That goes back to the cycles. We shouldn't be like really still looking at. I don't know why we can't get off of Nvidia, Palantirs, and those names. Like tech,
Yeah.
just give it like a breather. There's so many. There's those stocks are going to lag now. They're not going to be running like how you're used to them running these past few years now. There's cycles, just like life. There's cycles. It's going to be different. So now there's new change coming in. So now it's going to be your energies and your consumer staples, your basic materials and stuff like that. It's changing now. You have to adapt. So that's why all these companies that I've been showing are running because I'm adapting. I'm not picking a stock because the name sounds good. Because I think that's what we get. We get caught up to the names, and we love comfort. We don't like being uncomfortable. So we want to know those. We want to. We won't meaning like we know Nvidia Ponte. We've been training it for fucking years. But when you go into another stock, it's a different thing. You might not trust it and stuff like that. So yeah, but I'm just gonna rush now because Rams almost back from the club and I want to give him his time to talk. So I BKR is another one that looks good. We got in. Well, we didn't get in. We talked about it here. So yeah, it looks good. But this right here is telling me a pullback. So that's coming back down here to $57. But really, it could even come down to $55. It looks good though. Looks real good. BKR. And then we had so now you get into like oh, I remember I talked about this on the live and I didn't write it down. I'm mad at it. But this shit went crazy. It hit all-time highs today at 333. Just had a nasty pullback today though. Yeah, it got smoked. But it hit all-time highs though. This shit really started running. And we talked about this here. So that was at we could say 310, the top of the day, and it ran to 333. That was a week, a $20 move. Um, that was nice. You could trade shares, you don't have to trade options. That's how I learned how to really like get good at this because I didn't have too much emotions tied to it. When you trade in options, you do because 100 contracts. I'm trading one contract or like at a time. Like shares, I'll have like options. I'll buy one contract. That's 100 really. If I buy shares, is whatever I buy that I own. So yeah, this right here, fuck, McDonald's making me want to make a play. Golly. Jeez. This is what we gave out in the last Zoom on the 5th. So it's right here. I don't know where. We could just say 327 is at 3. This is a buy the dip situation. If I ever see this with anything, I'm going to add. When you come down to your moving averages and you touch it, well, if we close like this, then yeah. And you touch it and you see this long wick, Dragonfly Doji, right? If it closes like this, Davion said, this long wick and the body's all the way up here, buyers are in control. This right here is going to gap up next week. McDonald's is about to go crazy. I love what McDonald's just did. 338 was the target on McDonald's. I love what it just did. So we had whole XLE if we buy shares. So I'm my mom told me not to hold nobody hands but my kids. I could lead you to the water, but I can't help you drink. But on the real though, but I'm gonna be holding like I'm catching the full cycle. So hopefully 2 years. That's the shares, 2-3 years. I'm just catching it when I see okay, energy's dying, then I got out. So you got enough time to learn your charts because I really don't want to tell you when to get out, but you have months to just understand and learn the chart. So I don't have to make that decision for you. You could be able to make the decision because I'm still going to tell you when I get out, but you could be like, oh, no, I don't want to get out right now. Or why is he get? Oh, I see why he's getting out. I want you to understand that. I don't want you just following me at all because I'm not responsible for you financially, and this isn't financial advice. I'm going to record that. I'm going to clip that, and I'm going to put it into a short. But McDonald's look good, though. So then we got R.A.M.S. This is R.A.M.S. right here. HD is what he like. We're above all the moving average. I'm not going to really, because he gets to talk about it, because that's his. But it did hit 397. That was nice. Lowe's. What's the Lowe's ticker? Low. Ooh, that's nice. And that's the monthly. We talked about Lowe's here. This candle. 233. Lowe's at 244. That's a good move. Lowe's look good, but it's going to come back. Look at my moving averages. Rolling over. They're invalidating each other. That's going to come back. So you want to catch it on that retest when it comes back to 231, or don't always have to look at your moving average. Look at the structure. Candles bounce off candles. So right here, you can come right here, 239, and bounce off and go. I got two more on R.A.M.S. Then BE. Jacoby gave BE out, and then just a sec. So then BE is one that Jacoby was talking about. BE looked good, and I said it was going to pull back. It's pulling back now, but so the pullback could come down here to 121. That'd be good. But I knew it was going to do that because look at these candles right here. You want to pay attention to this. Look at the wicks up here. That's not exhaustion. That's them that's money leaving out. That's them selling their positions. So when they're selling their positions, you can see sellers is pushing the candles down. So now we're going to come down and retest that 121 area. But if it could bounce back up and not, we close candles only, so it still could bounce back up because we still got 3 more hours. And then BE and I said it was gonna pull back first. You could come down to $18. I should plug up my laptop, right? It could come down to $18 and then it could go up. But right now that should hold that support. Low, so it's bearish right here. Boom, $20. And do y'all have any questions before I pass it off to Ram so he could go?
He's on the conference call, huh? What do you want? You got your stuff already? But the door's open. I'm doing that.
You can put in the chat, or I'm gonna drop the link in here because Ram's gonna go, and I'm gonna let him do his thing. And so, if y'all have any questions for me, you can ask me now because it's about to be the Ram show, and I'm gonna let him take over. So, if y'all have any questions, if you want to come up and ask me a question, click that link that I just sent right there, and I'll add you up right now. Stop me. And I see what you just sent, Levine. All right, so nobody got questions. I'm guessing. Word, Jason. Salute to the gods. Salute to the goddesses. All right. What you think about QQQ? Oh, look at looking at the right thing. Lowe's is at 287. We need the McNuggets to show. Remember when we was on live one time and we was talking about health stuff, and I'm big Muslim, not big Muslim, but we was talking about food and stuff, and someone was like, "Yeah, can I get a double cheeseburger with bacon?" And they started bugging on that. That just reminded me of that. That shit had me weak as hell. Stuff a lot. Right now, plug up, lock in. Oh, okay. Yes, mom. NEE. An extra energy. Oh, who just gave this? Time and chance. You been holding out, bro? Cause you're on every Zoom. He's been holding out. That's crazy. This is nice. This is nice. So NEE. That's fire, bro. We're gonna add this. Oh wow. It hasn't been up here since 2021. It's extended now, so we wouldn't want to chase that though. Structure. It will have to come back down and retest here to make it perfect. It's no coincidence your 20s right there at that line. This is nice. NEE. Rams, don't worry, bro. I'm about to give it to you because I'm gonna be on here the whole time, but I'm literally gonna give it to you and let you go because I gotta get my daughter at 2, but I'm still gonna be on here. NEE, and then what we have. So NEE looks real good though. I like NEE. So OL now. That is so OL when you're at OL. What's OL? So AKR. I guess you want my opinion on it. Katie Real. Oh, that's nasty. Nasty. This is nasty right there. But that is nasty. Okay, so we'll come down here and just consolidate by this $19.70 area. I don't know. That is nasty. I don't trust that. It's gonna come down here. It's gonna come down to 18. You don't want to touch this because look at this weekly. If this close under the 20, it's not gonna be good. It's gonna come to 18. Where was this stock originally? So I would for now I would definitely pass on that. So now we'll look at Akeem. Peace King. Cool. You could unmute yourself if you had a question. Akeem, you there? Just clicking buttons, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm here, man. I just was hailing you up, bro.
You had any questions, bro?
No, man. I've been under some pressure, but I've taken a few days of no trading. Just these red days are just getting the best out of me. But I saw what my issue was. I think I
Oh,
was just
that's all that
applying
matters.
a leap and a swing trade, a concept to a day trade. So I just
Mhm.
think I need to just get myself back in check. I've been starting a little 10-day sabbatical from trading, just doing some charting and getting back down to basics, you know. So
You got it,
I'm
bro.
good.
You already
I'm good.
know.
I just holding my head, holding the fort till the fifth. That's all. You know me.
Word. All right, so you good then. You already that's
Yeah, I'm
that's
good.
that's good that you know that. As long as you journaling and stuff,
Yeah, man.
you know.
I think all this journal, I might be able to write a book.
That's good. Word. All right, well then stay focused, bro.
Respect, man. Blessings to you and the family too.
Blessings to you as well. All right. So this is cold. Um, so this is a bearish stock. You don't want to touch your stocks when you see your stocks under the 200. Just leave it alone. That's you're going against the trend for sure. And then if you go to the weekly and you're under the 200, it's not just short term bearish. It's bearish. Overall, the trend is um bearish. But look, what I just want. I'm not even trying to play, but just what made you take this what made you look at this stock, because very cool reality trust, because look, it took out his IPO candle. That's never a good thing. And yeah, this is bad. This is bad. It's terrible. It's not even bad. um and my 10 days declining down, bear flag setting up, this is going to flush lower. um yeah, I don't know nothing about the company, but they're in trouble financially, or something's going on with this company. That's bad. It's a red flag for sure on that name. QQQ. Uh, it was Talisha. It wasn't no damn Talisha. Talisha looked like she eat lettuce. Two, you know how like you got your bread with the burger. She like she do two lettuce and then a burger. Talisha don't look like she would. If it was you though, damn, that's crazy. But QQQ. QQQ. That's crazy though. OOLOLN. Damn. Rams gonna get to TPL. I got to hurry up and give Rams it. I miss you too, Angie. What up? I'm gonna post the. I'll be posting. Yeah, reach. I'll be posting the recording and stuff. I'm not gonna take too much. She says she. Oh, she. Yeah, so she does do the two letters with the burger. But I'm gonna be posting the recording, but I'm gonna break it up into clips and post them into videos up here. Um, said I was just joking. All right, so I'm gonna be really fast. 'Cause I really want to let Rams get on here and let him cook up. Um, QQQ is coming down to the 10 day. It looks okay for now. It's really close to this 10 day. It could take this out. That's the monthly though. The daily's bearish. And it's under 100. It's definitely the 200, 580. So if I'm on a daily, I took out my 100. My 200 is all the way at 580. I'm gonna go up to my weekly to see if there's any moving averages in between that area. So then no, there's not. So this is coming to 580. QQQ. Uh, for now,
Yeah,
580.
man. I was the
QQQ.
one who posted that app. I think I saw that too.
Yeah, and then you can look
Yeah,
right
like
here.
yeah. That's what I did a swing high to swing low on that, and I saw it like yo, it bounced up to
Hmm.
the
And
6.6, and then it's just like trickling down. I was like, okay, that was this morning at 5 a.m. I saw that,
and
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 I was
then
like,
it had this 100 day to catch it. It lost 100 day, and then this was a trend line right here. It broke under the trend line, so that right there is done up. All right, let me hurry up. I really feel like I'm taking too much time. OLN. I'm probably gonna let. All right, I'm gonna just give you my quick thing on it. I'm not gonna go too quick. I mean, too long, too deep into it. Oh, okay, okay. I like OL, but this at first I thought it was an inverse cup and handle, but it's not. So OLN. I like OLN. It's now, what is this company? It's now process industries industrial. Yes. I went to go check for it because you could tell this is it's breaking out of a cycle. It was under the 200 for a long time. Uh it's been wrestling with it, so now I could tell that there might be money going into the industrial. So now I will look at other stocks in the industrial. That's how you find out sector rotations without looking on those websites. So I like OLN. It looks good, but you got your decline in the 100, so I wouldn't get in it. It's just a wait and play. Um, Still under the 200 weekly, so it's just a wait and play. But I like it though. I like it as a watch list play. Um, VG Venture Global. Venture Global looks good. It broke above, and this is the weekly, broke above my lower term moving average. You got a bull flag setting up here. So then $15 you could probably go to real quick. Just a second. So VG, it has to get above $11.30, I would say. It gets above $11.30, closed candles only. Then you'll look at $15 and then 17 to $18. Uh so then I'm about to pass to you, Rams. I promise this time. Um we did QQQ. So now it was just Costco. So now I'm about to give it to Rams now. And then I'll be looking at the chart and stuff. So Costco has to break this right here. Until it does that, it is not safe for Costco. So Costco has to get above this $1,012. It has to hold above that. It has to close above $1,012. Once Costco can finally do that, because it's been a while, then you can look at it as a play. Then it's going to run because you got your 200 down, your 100. It's not ready yet because the 200 is still above the 100. The 100 needs to be above the 200. Remember, they want to be in order 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 200. This is not in order yet. Um, so it's not ready yet. It's gonna come up here, reject, and come back down. And yeah, so we have to wait on Costco. But when it runs, it's gonna break this. It's gonna hit new all-time highs. And this is around the time we're gonna start seeing it. I remember I told you I started looking at those McDonald's, those hotels, those type of things where people like to spend money, like yeah, designer stuff and all that. When we go through recessions, we spend more money. So start looking at that stuff. So Costco will be a great thing to start. Your BJ's and stuff. They're going to start. You're going to start seeing money pour into those companies. And that's all I got for y'all. I want to let Rams get on here. How they got on Zoom? I need that link. I feel like I'm being silent. Oh, I got you. No problem. But we did this. We did this specifically for you. I guess they got tired of you cutting me off sometimes when I was talking. So I was like, all right, let me see a way that we could, because KT be bugging. So we're like, all right, let me see a way that we could take some control from him, because he just always want to just do too much, want to shoot somebody, stuff like that. But all right, so now we're gonna give it to Rams. Um, you can do your thing.
The only thing I don't see here is that little screen you got right there with the plus and the TV. I don't have that.
The plus in the TV.
Yeah, like to add my share screen.
Mm-hmm. You're on the tablet still. Alright, hold on, y'all. Does anybody like let me see. It says business layouts, layout, Gordon, guys. No, I guess this- does anybody know how I can get R.A.M.S to share his screen? Because I don't see the option. Stop screen. Maybe if I stop stream. What about now?
Let me see. No, nothing popped up. Nothing changed.
Mm, damn. That's why. Damn. I can't get him to share his fucking screen. I don't know, bro. It's not. And you're on the website, right?
Yeah, through the browser.
Let me see. Let me see. Well, just start talking. I'm about to see how I can do it.
Bet. All right. So look, guys. So I'm not gonna be able to show you with the chart right now, but that's all right. We'll get to that. So when I look at volume, right? I'm always separating volume into three parts, three main parts. That's expansion volume. You got absorption volume, and you got dry volume. Something different in every moment of it. Not all volume is the same. So you got to look at the candle correlation. You got to look at the volume. So it's called pairing logic. So you want to pair what's going on with the volume with the price action. So let's say in expansion, that's when you see the volume bars rising on top of another, or you can see one big volume bar spike. That's called expansion volume. You got to see expansion volume, rising volume going up towards a level. That means there's commitment behind that run. That means there's big money behind that run. If you see stagnant volume, but the bars keep just rising up, that's weak. That's a fake out. That's not a true move. It might take a day or two to come back down, but it will come back down because that move wasn't backed by big money. It didn't have commitment in it. So an expansion volume gives you what you're looking for, that commitment. Okay, now we're getting to that resistance. Now you're gonna have stall volume in that resistance zone. You're gonna have the volume start drying up. That creates consolidation. When you create consolidation, most people don't pay attention to that, but that's the most fun about, because like I mentioned earlier, that's it's energy building in consolidation. The more energy that builds, the bigger the pop to whatever side, whether it runs up, whether it runs down. So in a consolidation pattern, once you reach your resistance zone and you came up off rising volume, now you wait for the break. You wait for the consolidation to expand again. Once it expands, that's where your entry's cooking. Because you're going to get the retest of the level. Once you break, that's where your entry's at. Then you keep riding it. You don't have to be scared of entering because you got buyers backing your move. The whole run up, you had volume rising, volume rising. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see volume under the average line as the bars just keep running to resistance. You're going to reject. You might get a fake break, get into play, then it rejects and comes all the way down, and then you're wondering what happened. We broke the level. You got faked out. There was no volume rising on the way up to the resistance. There was no volume. It was dry the whole time. So this is one of my biggest things, because volume will show you where the money is. Where's the money going? Where does the money want to park? Without volume, you got nothing. It's a shallow move. You see it moving, but ain't nothing inside. It's weak. As soon as it touches ceiling, it's gonna reject. So that's why volume is very, very important. When you got consolidation, this is the most important part. This is where all your entries cook. Every single entry. This is not where you take an entry. You don't take an entry inside a range. You take the entry outside the range. Every time. You take an entry inside the range, you're gonna get cooked. Theta's gonna cook you, everything else is gonna cook you. Time is gonna cook you. You gotta wait for that volume to snap right back out. Boom. As soon as it snaps to the upside, cool. I got direction, not an entry. Volume tells me where we're going. It doesn't mean I got rising volume going up, 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 up. Oh, I'm gonna enter in the middle of the run. It's running. Now you gotta let structure build. This is where it pulls back. You look at the volume again. How is the pullback? Do the selling is the selling volume rising as it's dropping, or is it decreasing as it's dropping? That means if you got decreasing volume when the chart is dropping, then that means the selling has no legs. It's the sellers don't are not committed. So you wait for structure, wait for your levels to line up because this is where your levels matter. And as soon as you get the pullback to structure, you already know that the selling volume was decreasing. You get in with intent, commitment. I see the volume getting up here. The buyers were commitment. I see the sellers are not committed. As soon as I get my pullback back into structure, I'm entering. It's no where's the entry. I'm at structure. I'm at the level. Here I am. Volume already told me where I'm going. Now, you always, every time you enter on any play, if your entry's around this area, where does it invalidate? You got to have a stop loss ready to go. So if your play doesn't cook the right way or in the right time frame that you want it to cook, it has to invalidate somewhere. You don't just sit on the play. Oh, I'm negative 20%. It's going to come back. I'm negative 30%. Nah. 40, 50, 70. Where does it end? What do you say? Enough is enough. Or is the whole trade, once it goes red, is just hope? Every time you have an entry, there should be an invalidation thesis right behind it. If you got an entry, you got an exit right behind it. You don't have an entry without nothing else. That's not a good play. Because when the time to come out comes and you have good profit, you're up 50%. You don't know if you want to leave, you don't know if you want to stay. You don't have an exit predetermined. When you have an exit predetermined, okay, we hit my target, volume looks strong. Let me get out the play and let me leave a runner. Let me leave two runners because volume is still backing your move. So you could leave a runner. All right, I'm gonna do that. Guys, I'm gonna leave real quick and I'm gonna come right back so I could try to like share the screen.
Someone said, "Stop yelling at me, Rams."
Yo, am I talking loud? Everybody tells me that. I'm gonna try to talk like no. All right, so I'm gonna leave and go to Chrome and come back.
All right, I'm gonna add Carlos. Why you do that, Carlos? Yeah, definitely passion. Carlos. You there? You gotta unmute yourself. Yeah, Rams couldn't wait. He probably was like, "Fuck, App, just fucking hurry up and stop talking so I can go." Rams did that. This is my time. Rams really was ready, yo. All right, Carlos. Device is not connected. All right, so I think Angie was before, but go ahead, Angie and Levine. It was definitely Rand's time. He was ready. Angie Levine, did y'all have any questions or no? I checked to see if I was on mute. Nope, I'm not on mute. It's just nobody's answering me. Okay. I'm about to send you it right now. KT. You on mute on the stream and not on YouTube. Oh, sound like a person was share. Am I? Can y'all hear me or no? You on mute on the stream and not on YouTube. Can y'all hear me? YouTube, I can't hear you. The streaming, I can't hear you. YouTube, okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Angie, you said you couldn't hear me on this. I'm not sure why. I'm married.
Damn, I'm back, bro. But I'm on Chrome.
Still not?
No.
So we know next time we're just gonna use Zoom then. I
Yeah.
could pull up the chart for you and just let you go.
Word, go to TPL real quick and zoom in to where we at.
Damn, you are yelling at us.
Yo, it's that Cuban blood, bro. We talk loud as hell.
So
Be like
right
whispering
here.
and be like, okay. I can't see your screen.
Oh shit. My bad. Entire screen. All right. You can see it, right? Oh, I forgot to click this. Add to stage.
There you go.
All right, boom.
Yeah.
All right, I added a KT whenever you want. I'll be looking, but this is TPL.
Well, do me a favor. Add the volume, a VOL indicator under, like the volume bars in the bottom.
This is the paid thing. I mean, this is the free one, sir.
Okay, so take one of your indicators out, like whatever one of those that you don't need right now.
Okay.
No, save it. Save it as your default. Save that as your default. Right there where it says defaults, put save as, so you don't lose that setting. Save as default, and now just go back over there and trash it. You could pull it back out. That SMA, when you pull it back out, it's gonna come back out just like that because you got it as default.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where's the indicator? I haven't did this shit.
Over there in that little, you see where the little bars and the, keep going with two more, down, back,
Oh.
back 1, 2, there you go, that one.
This one?
Yeah, that right there, and just put VOL. Yeah, volume, just like that. Bang. All right. So look, clear as day. So So right where you at, right there. Look, go right to the start of the run. Go to the start of that run. Yeah, go. Yeah. All right. So you see that right there. So go even to the right candle, the bottom, right there. All right. So you see that right there. So you see that as a red candle and as a bearish candle, but I see that as a bullish candle and bullish volume. Why? Because we have right there is a perfect example of absorption. The sellers were trying to sell, and the buyers just came in and absorbed that whole thing real quick. And then what we get? We get a nice widespread candle coming next with higher volume. The next candle comes in, higher volume, and that is called expansion. Now, you guys can't see it here But okay, and I did see somebody ask about to show an example of a retest, and that right there, when you made that line, same thing. When you see the run before you get to that resistance zone, when you see that run, look at the volume. That volume right there is about to tell you it's gonna stall at that resistance because the volume as it's going up, now you start right there, you get a little consolidation. It breaks, consolidation. Once we get out of that little flag pattern right there, you see the whole how the volume dries up just a little bit, and as soon as it comes out of the flag, it expands once again. That was your break and retest. When you if you had your lines up just like that, as it broke and it came down to retest, you're looking at all the rejections, all the absorption going on from the buyers. You know the buyers are getting in. You know that somebody is absorbing all the sellers. And then what you got a flag pattern break and you got volume start expanding to the top side. Now you see we up here. You're not gonna get up in the play somewhere up here. You need to wait for a pullback. Now you know the direction. You know TPL wants to go up. You know the buyers are committed to bring that stock up. Now you have to wait. There you go. Just like that. You got to wait for a pullback, and that pullback needs to have decreasing volume while we're falling. So you know, the selling pressure is not there. And as soon as you see the buyers, as soon as you see the reversal start happening, that's where you start cooking your entry. You ain't got to guess. You already have direction. Now you need structure. That's all it is with volume. That's why I always say in the Patreon, price tells you where we at. Yeah, clearly. Price is telling me exactly where we are. But the volume is going to show you the intent of where it wants to go. It'll even let you know, hey, we consolidating right now. Look at the volume. We dry. We dry right now. We got to wait until we break. And while we dry, we are building energy for a breakout. So that's all volume is. It's a perspective. You can't go nowhere with price without volume. And price can't move without commitment. It's either committed to sell or it's committed to buy. One of the two, but you need commitment for price to actually run. Either side. So no volume, no run. No volume up to your key level, ain't no entry. You gotta wait. You gotta be patient. This is where let me wait for a rejection. Let me wait for a reclaim. If the reclaim is not strong, keep going. I don't care because it's gonna drop at some point. The volume is not there. It's a fake out. Now, there's another thing I want to get to, but that I really do need to share my screen, but that we'll do whether we do a video tomorrow or the weekend or whenever. I'll be ready for that because I want to show you guys the weekly expected moves. Because now, once you have a range for the week, once you're following structure, you have your levels, every key level marked out, and you have your weekly expected move ready to go, you're not worried about where that stock is going. You're nice and patient just waiting for an entry. You already have range. All you need is the setup. You follow the volume. All right, we going down. It looks like we're going down. All right, it's confirming. Here's your reversal. Let's go down. Oh, I'm hitting this level. We're rejecting here. I see volume pouring in. I'm in. You're in your weekly range, so there's no need to panic. If it fails, you're still not panicking. I'm in a weekly range. If we can't reclaim and validation, I'm out to play. It's very simple. We just like to make this stuff harder than what it really is. This is very simple. AB shows the MAs. MAs work like gold. Throw your MAs in there, your levels in there. Follow volume. Simplicity. And you're going to be making money. The more you try to make this a puzzle, Oh my God, I can't understand. It's gonna be impossible for you. This is very easy. You see those wicks on the top, and they just get stretched like a leg. That's rejection. Every time you see that, it's rejection. So you watch it here. You can watch for a reversal. You're watching for a price test. You're watching for a trap. Because now when they do these reversals, when you get absorption going on, you'll have the candle up top absorbed. Then you have a candle, then the candle in the bottom sells off and gets absorbed. Now you're trapped inside that range. Now when you got absorption on both sides, you can't take a trade in that range. You're going to become a trap buyer or a trap seller. You have to wait to break out of that trap. Pick the direction. The chart is going to pick the direction for you. You never pick a direction. We take the direction the chart wants us to take. We don't say I'm bullish on this chart just because I'm bullish on the chart. If the chart is not showing me bullish signs and I'm not comfortable playing puts, I'm on to the next chart. It's that simple. We don't have to force any trades on any company. There's endless stocks, endless. There's things getting set up every day, and like Ab mentioned earlier, I've been thinking the same thing, and everybody's just trading after Robinhood, Palantir, Nvidia. I mean, I get it. Those are leaders. Those are big companies. They have the hype behind them. But there's other stocks in the market where people are making tons and tons of money. Rotation happens. Cycles happen. It's not every month is not Nvidia time. Every month is not Palantir time. Palantir ran from $7, $10. That was my purchase price. I haven't touched Palantir since.
Damn.
So every company doesn't. You don't need to chase the Nike names. You don't have to chase the Adidas all the time. There's money everywhere else. Now everybody chasing gold, everybody chasing silver, but now we're already at the end of that run. The run happened, yes. Can it run some more? Possibly. But where is your risk to reward here? So now you have to wait until we break structure on these instruments. You have to wait. You're gonna jump on silver right now. That thing is red hot. It's red hot. You can catch a bounce. And that's when I started earlier when I was still in the ride home. It all depends on your trade intent. If you're trying to scalp, chart the chart for the scalp. Don't chart it for a swing. You're going to be holding that scalp longer than you think, and you're going to be cooked. If you chart for long term, chart from the monthly, weekly, daily. Look at the 4 hour. But those are swings. Those are for leaps. Those are for long term. Anything under an hour down, that's all scalping territory. All scalping territory. So now when you're in a swing play and you're looking at an intraday move, we're down 1.3%. Oh man, I'm getting cooked up. But you did the analysis for a swing trade. Why are you worried on this intraday action? Why are you panic selling? Because you charted, your analysis said this was a swing. But now you're treating the swing like a scalp. So that's where those thin lines lay. It all depends on the trade intention. Now, I'm a do a quick little overview on the weeklies, just cause, but I do really want to show this in the screen because it's gonna work best. But now with the weeklies, now look, charting is we're all looking at the same patterns, flags, cup of handles. We're looking at the same candles. Once you learn technical analysis, everybody knows how to do it. We all know how to ride a bike. It's the same thing. It will never change. It's not gonna change. It's the same patterns over and over and over again. Now, a lot of traders, they're not wrong on the direction they say, right? But they're wrong on the distance. Because you're not gauging what the expected move is. And you find all these expected moves in the option board. The options, they tell you everything. That's what all the big money is. Most of the big money anyway, because there's big money that trades shares. But the big, huge whales, they're all in the option game. So the options always give you your weekly moves. You could look at a 6-month move, expected move. Doesn't mean it's exactly going to happen to the T, but it's the expected move. So that's data that whether once you learn it, you have to start respecting the data. The data is what tells you. I tried to put on the Patreon the other day, gold is super hot. Monthly, I gave the whole breakdown. And people were just jumping on gold like it was crazy. Go on the monthly.
Your boy getting aggressive.
Look at that. My bad.
Nah, you good, bro.
I mean, look, and look, there you go. Absorption right there. And look at the volume on it. So now you might look at that, and then there's another candle inside. There you go. So you got 3 clues right now, back to back. Absorption. The volume is trying to tell you, yo, I see what price is, but look where we going. Can it go up a little more? It sure can. But it's trying to let you know beforehand, because that's what volume is. It's not an indicator that tells you, yo, here, it's now. No, it's an indicator that's letting you know what is going to happen in the near future. And the 2 rejection candles off that monthly, but that weekly is good right there. You can leave it there. That's fine. Look at that. Look at the rejection right there. Look at the volume on the rejection right there. And what's an inverted hammer to everybody? That's a bearish candle. So now you gotta be easy with the gold. Do you want to trade a bounce back and catch a scalp? For sure, that's fine. But be careful longing gold here. Mm-hmm. Look, that's the beginning of structure right there on a daily. It doesn't get any clearer. Now what you're going to have there is dry volume, because you're at that resistance level. And eventually it's going to pop. It's either going to reclaim the resistance there, or it's going to reject. You already see the selling pressure is starting. So now you have to wait here. You can't just take a trade here. Now, I would be very nimble with gold and silver. They can pop it for sure, but just be very, very careful. These things are red hot. They're red hot. Look at that. That's only the first downdraft of the leg.
R.A.M.S, I forgot last Zoom you mentioned Dollar Tree. Could we look at that?
Go to Dollar Tree, yeah. Hell yeah. Go to Dollar Tree now.
Forgot about that.
Dollar Tree do his thing.
I had posted the watch list of everything we talked chat.
Yeah. Woo. Let's go. All right, so look, perfect. Look at the falling volume, right? From the top, we drop. We was dropping, but look at the volume slowly taking the stair down. And then what happens when we reclaim, when we hit that support zone, bang, volume just comes in, bang. So now you're getting close, because at 130 you're gonna have some trouble. Right there, right there, you're gonna have some trouble. And you see right that head and shoulders, you gotta get above that level to stay bullish. You have to get above that level to stay bullish. So at that level, see, this is perfect because I'm live in this play right now. So now this is what I'm watching. So if I reject here, no questions asked. I'm out the play. I don't negotiate with my plays. I know where my invalidation thesis is. I know where my target 1 is. And if I reach target 1 and my volume is not telling me we going, the whole play comes out. Not even a runner stays. I don't negotiate. There's no negotiation with my real bread on the line. I know what I want. If you can't give me what I want, I'm gone. I'm on to the next. And this is really my rinse and repeat on Dollar Tree because we got in and we got out at the 142-ish level around there, and we let that thing just stall out. And we got back in around that right there where you got your green. I got in right at 116. I had to wait. I had to confirm that we was gonna move. So I got in at 116 right back. Now in the new move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I got back in on the next candle. Next one. That one right there. That one. Yep. That's what I got. So that was my entry, guys. So you see, like, it's not about, oh, where's the entry? How you enter? Just read the price action. Just read it. There is no entry. There is no exit. You have to put that. You have to have that in your rule before you get into play. When you do the whole analysis on your play, all your levels are there. Structure is there. If you wanted to get in that play already has to come with an entry, invalidation, and an exit. If the exit gets there quicker than you thought and volume is confirming the move, you still pull money out on your first target. Does not matter. And you let a runner cook or two runners cook, depending on how many contracts you went into the play with, is all. But it's very simple. You have to have rules. I don't care if the stock is going to keep running. This is why I take my money out. And I'm going to leave the runners here to continue so they can continue to keep feeding me. But I'm not going to leave the whole play there like I hope. Well, I hit my target one. Volume tells me we're going to go. I'm going to leave my whole entire play. What if Trump says something? What if he tweets something? That has to do with my instrument. I'm not risking that. I'm not giving it back to the market. I'm not going to negotiate with the market. I did my analysis. This was my exit. I'm out. Oh, volume is confirming the run keep going? Cool. I'll leave it running. And when the time is due, when that same instrument pulls back and I'm fully out to play, and it's time for a rinse and repeat, then you hit it again. We don't chase. You don't got to chase a stock. Every time something runs, when it hits the news, the run happens. When you're hearing about it on CNBC, the run happened. With the exception of SanDisk, because I don't know what that thing got going on. I don't know what type of memory they selling, because dang, that thing don't stop. So, but there's exceptions. But at the end of the day, you don't chase no run. I wouldn't chase SanDisk here, regardless. It could keep running. That thing got to give me some structure. It could go up another $30 some more, but I got to see some structure because if it could go up another $30 some more, it could lose another $30 some more. So that's not analyzing the chart. That's just, well, I'm trying to jump in the hype train. It keeps running $30. Might do it tomorrow too. That's a hope trade. That's not what we want. We want bigger probability. If we lose, we all lose. But the probability is on your side for your direction because your analysis says so. The volume says so. Price action says so. Not because your emotion, and I like Palantir and I love NVIDIA, so I just want to trade. That doesn't work. That works until it doesn't work. NVIDIA is not going to be the big dog forever. Palantir is not going to go from 7 to 200 without major hiccups. That's price action and that's structure. Palantir had to go collect all of that stuff. Because when you understand structure, you understand there's a lot of liquidity down there that it never went back for. That's money on the table. They taking all of that before that thing go over 200 again. Go to TPO real quick, Ab, if you don't mind. My bad.
Rams, you got me like, bro, like. But someone had a question though.
Okay.
But was you about to say anything important though?
No. I was just gonna do a little analysis on TPO because I'm in that live play too.
Okay, so now they want to know I know that I want no negotiations, but when you say that, are you talking about stocks or women? Somebody really asked you that though. That's why I wanted to see if you was serious or not. He's like, bro, I don't got. I see you not to be fucked when you start talking. But go ahead, my fault.
Nah, you're good, you're good. But look at TPL right there, bro. Man, this thing is great. So look. So for this play here, right? I already hit my target, so I did what I had to do. But I have a runner. I have a runner because volume is confirming the strength in this run. We're possibly going to get to 470. From there, we'll see what the chart wants to do. I would love to say it's going over 500, but I'm not doing all that. 470 is the next target. We're not going to hit 470 without a little nice pullback. We have to pull back just a little bit, and then we can go. I believe we're going to get under in the 390s and then go. Yep, perfect. That's beautiful right there too. That's beautiful structure right there. Thanks. So now that's the next target, but I'm in this live play. I got in at a nice price. I got in at a nice discount. Now, only because I seen structure change. I seen it happen. I saw energy building. I've been waiting for this play for, if I tell you 6 months, I'm probably shorting myself. But I waited for this play. I've been looking, I browse it. I know it's not ready. When it did what I needed it to do, which is right there where you got the 3 lines at, right around there, when we broke that structure right there, I already knew what time it was right there.
I was looking at the volume on this thing.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's massive. That's how you know there's commitment right there. That's big dogs. So you see, you got something that's called low volume, medium volume, you got high volume, but now you got ultra high volume. Now the volume and the candle, they have to match effort and result. If the effort don't match the result, that's an anomaly. You got to watch it.
That was good.
If that candle, let's say if that candle you're pointing at right there at was a little candle, a doji, and you got that type of volume on it, hold on. You got to watch it here. Because that volume and the doji shouldn't go together. That's an anomaly.
Mm-hmm.
So now you have to watch for a big reversal here. When you have a candle that matches nothing to the volume, you got to watch it. If it's a bearish candle that matches nothing to the volume, watch for the reversal. Volume is golden, guys. Is cold. Is really gold. I really wish I could. Yeah, my bad. Go ahead, I'm done.
I was saying that's a good one. Like I heard that. I only heard that from one other person before. With the volume bar has to match the actual candle. A lot of people don't talk about that. That was real good. It could be a fake out like this.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Yep. So I really wish I could have showed you, but I owe you guys that. I'm gonna show you the weeklies. That is massively gold for you guys. You guys are gonna be so calm inside your trades. And when I say weeklies, I like to do the weeklies, but you could do this for a 3-month span. And you wait for the best price in 3 months. You wait for that bottom range. That's where you get in to get back to the top. So you could do a 2-month range. You could do a 6-month range. You could do the whole yearly range if you wanted to, but you're going to be waiting a long time. So I like the weeklies just to see where the structure is going, where we're going to fail. If we could reclaim structure to the upside. So you see right there, this stock. So right here, we're inside that fair value gap from that candle, that big red candle over there. So see, yeah, now right here, you passed it. Keep going more forward. The big red candle, keep going forward. The next one over. That one right there. So that has a fair value gap, like Salisha and Shock would say. So now you gotta watch it here. You gotta watch it because here we can get the quick reversal back and then pop over. It's in between the candle abs, so not that because I think they see that as like an order block or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to go from the wick of that last candle prior, and then all the way down to the wick of the little hammer in the bottom. Yeah, like that. They work like gaps. So when you see a big stretched out, so going between the last two candles, like you see with a wick to wick, but in between that big candle, like
Now further.
nah, go up, not down further. Yeah, like go up a little bit more on top of that last. There you go, there you go. And now the top, bring it down. That's perfect. That's perfect right there. So leave that there,
And then you want the top
yeah,
here.
yeah. That's the fair value gap. That's an imbalance. I like to call them. Go on top of the wick. That you got to use the top of the wick for
It
that.
was to
No, you mean
it was to down here, right?
nah? Go to the top of the candle. You see the little hammer candle next to the bearish, the bottom. Yeah, that has to be on top of that candle. That the wick of that candle. That one, that candle. Yeah. So go up more on top, Keep going more, a little on top of that wick. Leave it on top of that last. There you go. That's the fair value right there. So you see, it looks like we might not reject it. It looks like we might grab it and go, but believe that there might be a little consolidation here because we got to resolve this. We're gonna have to resolve that gap.
Okay.
So that imbalance right there, either we reject it and come back down, bounce off structure and keep going, or we're gonna eat off that gap and take off. I would like to see, to be honest, I would like to see a quick little pullback and then go. We need to refuel. I don't want to lose steam because we're there. We're right at the target, bro. We're almost there. I just want to get to that target and see what we're going to do because it's a runner. So this runner, when I do get to 470, now I'm just looking at the runner. If we get to 470 and we can pop that top, cool. I'll wait for a pullback because I know structure is still on my side. I still don't have to get out the plate. But if I get to 470 and I start seeing seller aggression, I get out. No questions asked.
Ram, not to cut your knowledge. You can keep going, but I'm not gonna be able to share the screen. I gotta go get my daughter.
Well, it's cool. I'm practically done because I really do need to show the screen, but it's all good. Let me just end with this. So
Go ahead.
okay, so guys, there's always a process to everything. Don't take shortcuts on the process. Stay disciplined. Discipline is going to take you very, very far. And always, even on down days, bearish days, find clarity under pressure. If you're find clarity. Don't let the pressure get to you. But that's all I got.
So we could do the Zoom whenever. We could set something up like we could do like a Friday, like a Saturday early in the day or Sunday, like whatever. We could do like this weekend if you want to show them.
I'm down. Yeah, I'm down.
So I'll talk to you. So yeah, we definitely set it up for this weekend so he could show us everything, and I'll drop the info today or tomorrow.
Perfect. Yeah, I'm down.
No, actually today I'm gonna have to drop it. But go ahead, bro. I got it, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm down. Go ahead, Ab. Do your thing, and then we set it up for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm good all days.
I bet. So I appreciate everybody's time. Thank you everybody for showing up. Just rocking with us. If you want like a more family like thing, you gotta join the Zooms. That's when I like the Zooms better, but I want more exposure. I want to reach more people. I want to help more people. So these YouTubes is gonna be all the time, once a week, but the Zooms is gonna be once a week. So it's gonna be 2 lives a week. But join the Zooms though. It's gonna be the Zooms is more like you'll feel more part of it. Other than that though, thank you. R.A.M.S, you did real good, bro. That was fire, son, because you even just
Thank you,
taught
bro.
me.
Appreciate it.
I was just
Word.
telling Alicia and Shock if he's on here. I don't know like much. I know how to do it my way to match it Yahweh, but you just taught me how to do like the gap thing. I didn't know how to. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was just every part until you said stop. Like, but I'm not afraid of telling. I don't know. I love learning. So you just taught me something that was fucking dope. Appreciate you, bro.
I got you, my brother.
Appreciate you and everybody on here. I appreciate everybody on here. Um, you got any words before I finish?
Nah, guys, I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for showing up. And next time we gonna really get on it. Like I'm gonna show you everything. We're gonna really get on it. And Ab, appreciate you, my brother. For real, for real.
All praise is due to Allah. All
Yes,
praise is due
sir.
to God. Thank you everybody for getting on here again. Have an amazing, blessed, incredible day. Um, the Make someone smile, love life. Life is beautiful. The highest human act that you can achieve is to inspire, love everyone, get rid of that negative energy, get out of survival mode, and just smile. Like, why you got to be serious all the time? Smile, love life, and watch how it changes your life, and speak life, and eat life, eat your fruits and stuff like that. Jason, peace of the gods. I wish you could just get on here real quick, but I gotta go. Love is love. Peace to the gods. Peace to the goddesses. Love, light, and healing. Have an incredible, blissful day. I'm out of here.